Okay, my dear students, this video has already done it, but it has not have a voice. For that purpose only again I am doing this de Broglie relationship. You see, before talking about de Broglie relationship, the Einstein given that the particles in wave nature and wave nature and particle nature. When come to de Broglie, will tell that the electrons will move in the straight line only not, it can straight line only not, it can move on the wave also, it may move on the wave also. Okay, it will like that, the electrons will not move straight only, it can move in wave all, he will tell that. You see, derivation for the de Broglie relationship, we know that E is equals to h nu. Nu is nothing but frequency, h is nothing Planck's constant, energy of the photon. We have the formula E is equals to mc square. The equation 1 and 2, if we substitute, mc square is equals to h nu, mc square is equals to h c by lambda. Why we taken the c by lambda? Mu is nothing but c by lambda. If we substitute in this, we will get lambda is equals to h by h into c divided by mc square. C square and c will be cancelled. We get lambda is equals to h by mc. M is nothing but the mass of the protons, but instead of mass of the protons, de Broglie will take that not a mass of the proton. You will take that mass of the particles instead of mass of the photons. Similarly, you take that c is the velocity of light. Instead of velocity of the photon, you will take that velocity of particles moving in a. You take that velocity. No, for that it substitute is v. If you substitute in the above equations, we will get lambda is equals to h by mv. This is nothing but de Broglie equations. Mv we can also call as p. P is nothing but momentum. Means you see the electrons are moving. Correct? No, the electrons are moving. That time the movement means m is nothing but mass of the electrons are moving with a velocity, speed nothing but velocity, then called as p is nothing but momentum. H is equals, lambda is equals to h by p. It is nothing but de Broglie waves or matter waves. Okay, this is nothing but de Broglie. Next we are going to talk about another one, nothing but significance of de Broglie. De Broglie, if you take a large mass and small mass, if you take a large mass in de Broglie, we are substituting like a stone of the iron, mass having 100 grams, moving with the velocity. Similarly, I am taking that 1000 cm per second. You see, we are finding lambda. We get h is nothing but Planck's constant formula 6.62 into 10 to the power of minus 27, and if we substitute the numericals to the formula, will get lambda is equal to 6.62 into 10 to the power of 34 cm. For de Broglie, we tell that if large mass is there, then wavelength will be less. Similarly, if you see, it is 10 to the power of minus 32, 6.62 into 10 to the power of minus 32. If we take a small mass like electrons, we know that velocity of electrons and mass of the electrons, substitute in the formula, we will get lambda is equal to 3.3 into 10 to the power of minus 8. It is compared to more. If you take small mass, come to de Broglie, if you take a small mass, it having wavelength more. Small mass having more wavelength, when come to large mass having small wavelength. Okay, next we coming to applications of de Broglie's equations to the Bose theory. You know that angular momentum mvr is equals to nh by 2 pi. The electrons are moving. No, the electrons moving. If you substitute 2 pi r is equals to nh by mv. We know that mv is nothing but p. The previous only I told in de Broglie, so while substituting the de Broglie equations, we can substitute p, and h by p is nothing but lambda. We get, see, we got h by p is nothing but lambda. Correct? No. If we substitute this in the above equation, we will get 2 pi r is equals to n lambda. 2 pi r is nothing but radius of the means circumference of the electrons. You see, if in the phase the electrons are moving in the phase, it will be 2 pi r is greater or lesser than n by lambda. N lambda. If it is outer the phase, means you see it is outer the phase. You see the wave, electrons are moving the wave out of the phase, out of the phase. Destructive interface or radiate energy. What is this radiating? Radiating is nothing but losing of energy. It's simply is wasting the energy while rotating the outside of the orbitals. See here what I am telling you. See, I am showing here. I will show here. You can understand properly. The electrons are moving in the wave. If it moves in it will be it does not have irradiating energy. It does not lose any energies. Okay, it will be inside. If it moves in the outer side, so see, it simply is wasting the energy. Okay. Next, we are going to talk about Planck's quantum. Planck's quantum. Actually, before only I want to explain the Planck's quantum. I am explaining this because already you know that the Planck's quantum. You see, before going to Planck's, the Einstein given the wave formula, that is particles E is equals h nu and E is equals mc square in 1905. When come to de Broglie told that it moves in de Broglie told that electrons are moving in the wave or particles will tell the matter. Okay. And you see, when come to Planck's quantum theory in 1926, a black body radiates or absorbs the energy in whole numbers multiple of quantum. See, black body radiate means lose, correct? No, lose of energy or absorb energy in the whole numbers multiple of quantum. You see, we have taken a black body, if light is passed to black body, it will be heat. The black body will be heated. That time the emits the thermal radiation of the different wavelength or frequency. Means you take any black body, if you pass a light to that or keep to a sunlight falls on that, it become heat. That time that liberates the thermal radiations based on the wavelength and frequency. That wavelength and frequency burns off the energy. Means burns means it once some energies comes grouply, some energies come single, means packetly. That called as the quantum is nothing but only one packet of energy. It is many packet of energy. The Planck's, we know that Einstein h is equals to h nu, correct? No, but Planck's given that h is equals to 6.6246 into 10 to the power of minus 27. You see, Einstein, this formula is given 1905, but Planck's given 1924. Up to this year, they not have the value of Planck's value. Now 1924 onwards, the value of Planck's, they give given the 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 27 error per second. If you change in another units, h is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of 34 joules per second. Okay. Next, we are going to study about Heisenberg uncentric principles. You see, now again I am telling this Heisenberg uncentric principles is given that Warner in 1927, Planck's given 1924, de Broglie's given de Broglie's, wait, what they give, when he given de Broglie's 1923, Einstein 1905, and Planck's 1924, Heisenberg given that 1927. What he told that it is impossible to determine the, see, means electrons are moving, correct? No, electrons are moving. It cannot be impossible to determine, means we cannot determine the position of the electron. We cannot tell electron is here only. We cannot tell. Compared to Heisenberg, we cannot tell. Okay, position and movement. Where it is moving here, the electron is here. How can we tell the position and momentum? We cannot tell. That only the Warner told, that is Heisenberg concentric principle. It is impossible to determine the position and momentum simultaneously of an electron. Simultaneously we cannot find out. If we talk about first orbital, we tell that here means first, when come to second orbital, we cannot identify. Like that, we cannot identify the position and momentum of the electrons. The relation between pair of the conjugative properties. You see, we are talking about the conjugative properties compared to Heisenberg. We talk position and momentum. Position is delta x. Momentum is delta p. We are denoted. Okay, delta position into momentum of the particle by the Planck's constant with the radius. Okay, this is, we got it. While the formula only delta, we know, you see, P we are taking, P already the previous what we told that P is nothing but when come to de Broglie's, P is nothing but mv. M is mass of the particle, velocity of the particles, correct? No, come to de Broglie's, but m is nothing but mass of the protons. Okay, delta P, change in momentum equals mass never changes, change in velocity, mass never changes, correct? No, electron with moving never changes the masses. If any outer extreme energies are formed, that time this mass will be changes, excess or decreases. Okay, or delta x into m delta v greater than equal to h by 2 pi. This is the Heisenberg uncentric principle. This is nothing but Heisenberg uncentric principle. Similarly, now we are going to talk about if we take a large mass and small mass. Large we take in stone with a mass of 500. We take here electron mass 9.1. If you see what happens, if large mass is taken when come to Heisenberg, it is negligible. If you substitute, if mass is 500, substitute to the equations, we get, see, you can see delta x into delta v, del is nothing but 6.626 into 10 power of minus 27 by 3.14 into 500, approximately 5 into 10 power of minus 34 error second per gram. See, it is negligible. See, if we take a large mass, that time the Heisenberg principle will tell it is negligible. When come to small mass, it is considered. Okay, if you see delta x increases, delta y decreases. Delta x means position increases, then momentum will be decreased. For example, position means decreases. For example, it is in first orbital, then its velocity will be, means vice versa. If position decreases, then what about the momentum? Momentum will be increasing. Small position, it moves fastly. Large position, moves slowly. Do you understand here? Delta x and delta v. This is nothing but Heisenberg uncentric principles.